The auction house is getting ruined, and I think it's out of pure ignorance. I hate to break it to a lot of you, but I've been making gold because I think some people just don't understand the profession system. So let's jump into it and explain exactly what's going on here. Okay, here's what I think is going on. I think people don't fully understand the difference in the tier systems with consumables and also crafted gear. So before I show you exactly how I've been making a ton of gold off of people because I think they have no idea what's going on, let me go over the tier system so for those of you who don't know what it is, you'll have a good concept of what's going on here. So in order to do that, we're going to go over to the crafting table. I'm going to show you some different things. Okay, first off, with consumables like maybe a weapon enchant or maybe a potion or a flask or something like that, you're gonna have 3 different tiers that you can choose from. So if I go over to minimum quality here on a tempered potion, if you open that up, you're gonna see none, silver, and gold. Now none is gonna be the bronze icon, and that's gonna look like this. This bronze icon is not the same as the topaz icon, and I think some people are getting that mixed up. I don't know, it's just a theory. But basically none right here for minimum quality is equal to bronze. And then after the bronze you'd have a tier 2 and a tier 3. Tier 3 being the best. And basically this means that the effects of whatever you're making is going to get better as the tiers go up. So if we take a look at tempered potion here, it says gain the effects of all inactive tempered flasks, increasing their associated secondary stats by 2,208 for 30 seconds. But if we increase it to a tier 2, the silver tier, then it's going to say that it's going to increase it by 2,412. And then you can guess what's going to happen at the 3rd tier, which is the final, the gold, the best, and that's going to be 2,617. So it just keeps getting better and better and better. Now with crafted gear, it is the same kind of thing, but just a little bit farther. You have more ranks with crafted gear. So you have bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and then topaz, amber. I don't think anybody's ever been able to say like what it is, and if you guys know what it is, like the actual like name of this tier, then go ahead and comment it down below. I think it's like a topaz. I think Blizzard could have changed this and made it something better, like swap the diamond tier as like a ruby and then make the diamond tier the top, because topaz is, it's kind of lackluster. But again, if you know more information about that, please comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyways, I think a lot of people are getting this topaz icon mixed up with the bronze icon. And here's why I think that's going on. Here's where I've been making a good amount of gold off of people who I don't think really understand what's going on here. If we look at the weapon enchant authority of radiant power, clearly the gold tier is going to be superior because it's going to give the best stats, right? Well, the funny thing is that if we look at the silver tier, which is going to increase your primary stat by 1,895, that right now is going for 4,150 gold. You can't buy the mats and sell this and make a profit currently right now with the cost of all the mats to make this recipe. But here's where it gets really weird. Authority of Radiant Power at a bronze tier is going for double the price of a silver. And a few days ago, it was triple. It was like 13,000 gold or something. And this only increases your primary stat by 1,560 as compared to a silver tier, which increases it by 1,895. And every time I looked at this, I said, no way, no one is actually going to be buying this, because why would you buy this when you can buy a silver tiered, which is better than a bronze? Why would you spend money? Why would you spend double the money to get this one? But here's the thing. Region average daily sold, 20. 20 people are buying this every single day. So I had to test the theory, and I did it on stream, and this is how it turned out. Because this is like the moneymaker, right? I want to see if I can make a tier 2 radiant power and see how much I can sell it for. Because if I can, I can mass make them. I can make them all day long. Hold on a second. Item enchant, weapon. Let's look at the tier 2. Oh, it's selling for 4,300. That's not that great. Why is a low tier selling for 30? This doesn't make any sense. Why would someone buy this when they can buy a better version of Radiant Power, a tier 2, for literally a third of the cost? It makes no sense at all. 96 of them? No one's gonna buy those. No one's gonna buy them. Why are people buying them? There's 20 of them sold per day? That's dumb. Like, I mean, if you could sell a tier 1, you guys want to try it? We could just get the cheapest of cheap materials and sell a tier 1 and see if it sells. We'll see if some schmuck picks it up. You know, why not? Because we're already in the tier 1 area. Let's just do it. Why not? I'll even buy all the mats right now for it. So I'm gonna drop like 5 grand just to see if we can make this and sell it. Let's see if someone's going, yep, that's a good price, and they don't check like the tiers, so they don't understand the tier system. I really highly doubt that this is actually gonna work. I swear, if someone buys this, if someone buys that, then I am thoroughly confused. Oh my gosh, it's sold. Are you freaking kidding me? It's sold! Who is dumb enough to buy that? Now, I was flabbergasted. I was blown away that I was making money at this time, that I was actually making these things. And you don't need to use concentration in order to make a bronze tiered Authority of Radiant Power. So I could just pump out a whole bunch of them, and over time they would sell. But I was genuinely confused as to why this was happening. And I've come up with two theories. One, different servers are seeing the auction house with different rates, and if that's the case, that is really, really dumb. Like, for example, my server, which is Sargeras, is seeing bronze tier Authority of Radiant Power at this price, but I'm getting silver tiered of the same enchant at a lower price, while another server would see this completely different. That sounds kind of gooped up, and I don't think that that's what's going on here. But if you guys know more about how the auction house is set out for different servers and whatnot, then again, comment down below. But my second theory was people just don't understand the difference in the tier system when it comes to crafted items. And then when they type in Authority of Radiant Power, because that's the enchant that they want, they see that this one costs more than this one, so surely this one has to be the better enchant to buy. So they just go ahead and buy it because they can't afford the gold tier one. Now, why is this ruining the profession system or the auction house and whatnot? Because I could have just remained quiet and banked off the ignorance of people and just made a whole bunch of gold, which I'm probably still going to be able to do. But here's why it's a problem. If I'm speccing into making this enchant a lot better when I'm crafting it, which if we take a look over here, you have to spec into Everlasting Enchantments, and then cap out Erethror's Alterations, and then move over into Fortified Flames. If you get all three of those capped out, then you're going to have a way better chance of getting closer to a tier 3 Authority of Radiant Power, which means you're going to have to use less concentration to make those, because you have to use concentration to make a tier 3. But the problem is, the more that I spec into this, the more I'm going to get closer to always making a silver tiered Authority of Radiant Power. And once you get up there, you can't really go back. Even if I'm using the lowest quality of items, I'm getting really, really close to making a tier 2 without having to do anything with concentration. If I do a simulation mode and I put everything in here at the lowest tier, currently right now I'm still going to be in a bronze quality just for crafting it with the lowest kind of mats that I can get. But when I max out on all three of those nodes, it's going to give me an extra like 82 points or something, which is going to surpass this 54, which means I'm going to be able to make a tier 2 Authority of Radiant Power with the lowest quality of items, and that's not going to be beneficial for me. And that's not how this is supposed to work. The whole point of putting points into these nodes is to reward the player to be able to make a better crafted item. But here in the auction house, that's not the case. It doesn't benefit me anymore to put points into these because the tier 1 is selling better than the tier 2, which it shouldn't. And it's just really messing things up. Now, I hope that this video made sense to a lot of you, and if you don't understand the profession system at all, then go ahead and check out the video up here, because it's going to explain how the profession system works. I know it comes off very confusing, but once you understand it, it's really, really cool, and it's a lot of fun to play around with. Other than that, if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm making a lot of World of Warcraft content these days. And if you guys want to talk about World of Warcraft, go ahead and check out my Discord channel. And I'm also streaming on Twitch. I do a lot of gym streams in the morning here at my home in my garage. And then we jump over and do gaming streaming after that. Again, I hope that this video made sense. It's kind of frustrating. I mean, I'm making a lot of gold, but at the same time, I think a lot of people just don't understand what they're buying. So having said that, I hope you guys are still having a lot of fun with the expansion, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.